The floor beneath his feet hums with a low, constant vibration. Overhead, robotic arms trace arcs through the air, showering the floor in rhythmic sparks as they weld steel frames. Mark stands at the center of this sprawling assembly plant, his eyes fixed on the illuminated display of a handheld tablet. He tracks the surge of raw materials feeding into the line. It is a complex mechanical symphony, and he is the conductor. A sudden pause in the motion at Station 4 catches his attention. A bottleneck is forming. He taps the screen, sliding a finger across the interface to increase the speed of the conveyor belt. The line stutters, then surges forward to clear the obstruction. He watches the progress bars shift back into alignment. Every second is a variable he must control. He does not just watch the machines. He mandates their pace. The roar of the factory remains steady, the flow of components now perfectly synchronized. He monitors the data stream, calculating the output against the energy consumption of every active unit. To him, the plant is a logical puzzle, and he holds the only key. He shifts his weight, eyes scanning the next sector, ensuring the rhythm remains unbroken. The rhythm was absolute. Every gear turned within its tolerance, and every weld landed exactly where the software demanded. Mark watched the data stream, satisfied with the steady pulse of the assembly line. Then, the console screen flickered. A sharp, piercing chime cut through the industrial hum, and a crimson light began to pulse on the main control panel. The system had flagged an anomaly. Mark zoomed in on the diagnostic map. A microfracture had been detected within the primary gear assembly of the third station. If the line continued, the stress would shatter the component and halt the entire plant. He stared at the flashing red indicator as the production cycle reached a critical juncture. The steady progress of the line now felt like a countdown. He tightened his grip on the tablet, his thumb hovering over the emergency override. One failure could cascade into a full-scale shutdown, costing thousands in wasted material and lost time. The factory, once a symphony of efficiency, now threatened to grind to a violent, costly halt. Mark moved instantly, leaving the control station to trace the failure to its source before the machine could tear itself apart. Mark wove through the narrow corridors between the heavy machinery. The air here was thick with the scent of hot lubricant and metallic dust. He reached Station 3, where the gear assembly stood silent, bypassed by the automated system to prevent further damage. He climbed onto the maintenance platform, peering into the heart of the jig. The steel frame was tilted by a fraction of a millimeter, forcing the gears to grind against their housing. He grabbed a manual wrench and a calibration tool. With steady movements, he loosened